Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I wanted to show you this. I showed you a clip yesterday from I believe from this, but New to the Street did a whole interview with Joe Indoso from Link2, who's one of my sponsors, and Jason Cousins, CEO of Glint, who's one of my sponsors. Glint is now on the Link2 platform, but here the Glint CEO tells you about the progress of Glint. Check this out.
Well, we're very pleased with our progress. I think we've doubled all our KPIs since last year. So we're now at 200,000 registered clients, many of which are in the US. We've got, I think, 45,000 monthly active clients. Our turnover was about, I think H1 was like nearly $100 million. And we've got very low cost of acquisition. So we're acquiring our users, who tend to be affluent to high net worth customers, for only about $35. So we couldn't really be hoping for better than that. And we have a very low churn rate of about 5%. So our customers stay with us for a long time. So we're really happy with the progress. I think we've definitely been able to prove product market fit and excellent KPIs in unit economics. And we're really all ready to scale and to head towards our target in a few years' time, where we're looking to have over 1 million users and billions of dollars of assets on the platform. We have an 80% net asset retention on our platform as well. So yeah, we're very pleased about that.
Sounds like good things are happening. And Glint is actually on the platform, and if you're wanting to look at Glint, that's in the top of the description of this too. But Glint's on the Link2 platform. There's a little bit of it left if you want to check it out. Check this out. This is a good video that's kind of showing you some of the great things that Ripple's doing right now. This guy lays it down.
So do you all remember how a month ago I showed you how the Digital Euro Association, the Digital Pound Foundation, and the Digital Dollar Project was brought together in August on the 3rd, particularly to discuss CBDCs and privacy, and how that was all in collaboration with Ripple, right? Now, if we head over to the Digital Euro Association LinkedIn profile, this was posted 2 days ago, as you all can see right there. And it goes on to say, on August 29th, so this is updated, we gathered online for a thought-provoking discussion. The event kicked off with a keynote speaker by the Digital Euro Association, providing valuable insights into the status of the Euro CBDC. Our exclusive roundtable provided a platform for members to exchange ideas, share industry developments, and discuss pressing topics. Attendees.
These TikTok videos make me laugh, by the way. It's always some guy either pointing at the screen with his finger. They must have thought that this gets the most views. He points at the screen with his finger, or it's showing you somebody's face and they're making all these weird facial expressions, and it's always got mysterious music going in the background.
Esteemed DEA community members, partners, key policymakers, financial decision makers, and external financial sector experts. Now, let me show you all how important Ripple is, because guess what? Ripple was there, ladies and gentlemen. If you click on this little tiny broadcast that they had posted, check this out.
Ripple is everywhere.
You guys can see, starting from the beginning, it talks about the status update from the European Central Bank's digital euro, and it goes on to talk about their timeline. And then right here, boom, it shows you who was on this call. Would y'all take a look at that? Anthony Welfare from Ripple. If you all are not too familiar with who this gentleman is, you can always visit his LinkedIn profile. He is this.
Boy, I'm having like flashbacks. I spent 5 years going through this kind of stuff and making all these, tying all these things together. And I'm glad to see other people doing it too. It's been a long road. Cindy Young, excited to grow our university partnerships across Europe with addition of 4 new universities to Ripple University's blockchain research initiative, Trinity College Dublin in France, and University of Spain, University of Trento in Italy. A lot going on. eGrag Crypto, XRP Diamond Bottom, $10. If you want a deeper understanding of the Diamond Bottom formation, take a look at our post from March 3rd, 2023. So apparently the Diamond Bottom, whatever that is still in play. XRP can now be donated to charities on the giving block. Have I followed them? Yes. Ripple will be joining Shift4 CEO, this person, Jared Isaacman, and the next $50,000 UST in crypto donations made to Maui Relief Fund. I think, as I recall, part of the SEC settlement was that it was okay to donate XRP. I think, don't quote me, I think that was part of it. Then yesterday, Kathy Woods, ARK Invest, along with 21 shares, have just filed for a spot Ethereum ETF. They must not know, they have to be aware because we've shown it. They're aware of the disguised whales that were hidden. They're aware of all the ETHgate shenanigans, but they, as well as everybody, all the Bitcoin maxis and Ethereum maxis, none of them will even speak of ETHgate. They won't say the words. They won't acknowledge anything that happened. They won't acknowledge how the Bill Hinman speech, the entire fake market that we have as I sit here today, except for the fact that now XRP is the only digital asset with legal clarity. And I do mean only. They won't even acknowledge anything that happened to create the fake market and the Bill Hinman speech. They won't acknowledge any of it now. They want to move on from all that. And then Van Eck also, Van Eck, I guess, applied for a spot Ethereum ETF too. And I said, some genius will soon figure out that XRP is the only digital asset with legal clarity in the United States and file for an XRP ETF. Then it's on like Donkey Kong. John Deaton makes a very good point here. He's asking Senator Cynthia Loomis, when is the banking committee going to stop allowing Gary Gensler to avoid oversight? We need the committee to issue subpoenas and enforce those subpoenas. All his meetings with SPF and FTX should be turned over. His emails with members of the banking committee like Elizabeth Warren should be turned over and made public. Can we please stop writing letters and making statements and engage in actual oversight? Exactly. Then Darren Moore, who is at Fame21More, and you should follow, extremely smart guy. He says, wowzers. Now, XRPP is a parody account for XRP land, but he's joking around here. This is a parody, but look at David Schwartz's response. He says, only two of those things will happen. And the things are, Ripple announces full settlement with the SEC at the proper party. Ripple announces IPO. XRP runs past all-time high during the party. Gary Gensler's marched naked through the crowd as well as we all yell shame. That's a Game of Thrones reference. XRPP does jello shots with BRAD. So if I'm betting which two of these things happen, I think that XRPP can do jello shots with BRAD. I don't think this one's happening. This one could happen, you never know. This one could happen, you never know. But I don't think they're going to be announcing a US IPO. If they're announcing an IPO, it's going to be a London IPO or a Dubai IPO, because I don't think the SEC, then it would have to be three. If they had a full settlement with the SEC, they could also do this, because then the SEC would probably back off on not letting them do an IPO. So it's got to be this one and maybe this one. I'll take the all-time high. I'll take it. Moving along. Or both of them are joking. There's your third possibility. Okay, Chris Larson, we played the video yesterday. I sincerely hope we're seeing the beginning of the end of the SEC's policy of regulation by enforcement. The courts are rejecting it, and now it's time for Congress to take the lead on crypto policy. He's thanking this guy. I'll follow this guy if they put out this information on this topic. All right, then Jeremy Hogan said something interesting. Jeremy Hogan must see something. He says, I surmise the SEC tide has turned. For example, the SEC's lawsuit against Impact Theory concluded with a $5 million disgorgement, which is nothing to laugh at, but that is based on total sales of almost $30 million. This seems seems a relatively kinder, gentler SEC, almost cuddly. So that's interesting that Jeremy Hogan is seeing that. Now look, check this out. Apex Development Summit is in motion. Here's everybody at the summit doing their thing in Amsterdam. There's David Schwartz, also known as Joel Katz. Bunch of smart people in that room. And then here's an interesting clip. This is the guy who, his name is, he calls himself Captain McDonald. Aaron McDonald, I'm assuming is his name, talks about the Futureverse. So he is the founder of Futureverse. This is the metaverse ecosystem, I guess, that Ripple just invested in. Let's listen to what he has to say.
You mentioned XRP Ledger's sidechains and Root Network being one of the sidechains.
Yeah.
Could you talk more about how you think XRP Ledger's sidechains benefit the entire community and what impact it has on a XRP Ledger ecosystem?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, we chose XRPL and to work with Ripple and the XRP community for a range of things. But one of the things that we found interesting when we were looking at other layer ones out there to connect to was two things. One, the kind of ethos around XRP and the community and the way the ledger was designed was aligned with our ethos. The way that the ledger's being designed to be lightweight, to do simple things really, really well, to reduce fees, all of those kinds of things align with providing good user experience. But XRP as a ledger lacked some functionality that we needed to activate the experiences that we wanted to for our users. So we can bring those two things together. The Root Network drives value back into XRPL because we're doing more activity on the ledger when those connections are made. It enhances the options for developers in the ecosystem to create new applications. They can connect with our native runtimes on the Root Network. They can interact with our content on the Root Network if they want to. The brands that are onboarding those users, they can interact with those users, and they can use features like our deeply integrated EVM. So if you're a Solidity developer out there and you have been playing with applications in that ecosystem, you can implement those, and now they will interact with XRP and the XRPL. So it's a symbiotic relationship where we bring more users, more value, more activity, and XRPL keeps doing what it's great at, which is providing that simple ability to settle transactions and to transmit value across the internet.
All right. And then this was, I think, a pretty important thing. The Financial Accounting Standards Board voted to change accounting standards for companies who hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets. I believe this is a coordinated. They want the herd to come into Bitcoin. There's a reason that our government is pretending not to know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, folks. There's a reason. This is what they want to herd everybody in with. Once you're in the digital system, they want to herd you in, and then you're in. That is what this is about, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Now, folks, we're seeing it. I'm seeing it locally. I'm seeing what's forming here. New York Post reports Americans are defaulting on credit cards and auto loans at the highest levels since the financial crisis. Then we've got this. Inflation worries fuel Japan's rush to buy gold. Japan is now rushing to buy gold. Their currency, what is theirs? The yen is getting smashed. You know the drill, folks. This is my new sponsor, Miles Franklin. And this is how you can call them or email them and use the code DAI Gold, and you can get physical gold at reasonable prices. You must send the email or call them and give them that code. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. The code is DAI Gold. Use it today. Thanks for listening.